Hello everyone, this is Ultimate Number and welcome back for more Donkey Kong 64. In the last part we did Gloomy Yelling with Lanky Kong, and this part we're going to do Gloomy Yelling with Tiny Kong. Now, sorry about the gap between that part and this part. I haven't been really motivated to do videos as usual, and as such, really, it just results in a slowdown of videos, as usual. And I really apologize for that. And I keep saying I will speed up these videos, but honestly, expect the videos to slow down a bit, actually, because what's going on is I'm losing subjects to talk about other than the same crap over and over, and no one really wants to hear the same crap over and over. I didn't mean to do that, but whatever. That kills them. But yeah, mainly when I have stuff to talk about, it's usually Chow or Dive.io or very rarely something happening with my life and whatnot. Straying from that subject, did you know that you can just walk right through this? Because I didn't. I looked that up from the cutting room floor. Yeah, if you mess around with it enough, you can go out of bounds with it. Anyway, let's see. I've been undergoing a lot of Chow research, and I mean a lot this time. I really want to do Chow videos so badly, and honestly, I'm very, very close in order to do that. In fact, I think I might start Chow videos after I do, let's say, after this game. I'll do 5 more games after this, then I'll do Chow. Those 5 games aren't going to be very long. Like, I've said this before, but I kind of want to do, like, 1 long game and then, like, 2 shorter games alongside it. That's just how I want to do my channel, pretty much. So yeah, after this, and then 5 other games, 1 major game and 4 minor games, then I'll do Chow. These 5 games are pretty much planned, so unless people really want me to do Chow prematurely, then I'll do it. And it can't just be like 1 or 2 people, it has to be like pretty much everyone. I know I don't have a lot of people watching me. Like, that I know. I know for a fact. But enough rambling about that. I don't want to talk about Chow for too long, so why'd I do that? Can I even get up to Snides with the tide down? Let's find out. That's not Snide. There's Snide. No, it doesn't look... Actually, can I? It's just a test. Nope, far from it. Time to turn the tide back up. That was a waste of time. You don't want to mess with these switches too much because they can glitch out and just not function anymore. Or not anymore, but like until you leave the level and come back, pretty much. The only reason I came up with Snide was for these bananas. But yeah, that's right, bananas. Anyway. Did I already say this? But in case I didn't, there's a chance I might be growing sick. I mean, I've kind of felt sick in the past couple days. I felt better yesterday, but today my nose is getting a bit stuffy, so I don't know. I might be growing sick. I'll try my best, but don't bet on it. I'll try my best to post like 2 videos this week. One after this one, obviously. and then 2 videos the next week, and that will finish up Gloomy Galleon, pretty much. After that, I can't really say. Like, who knows if I'm gonna get sick? Who knows when I'll feel motivated to do videos? Just, who knows when I'll do anything? Alright, enough rambling about that. I just want to go on this ship. Not because it's in the route, but look who it is! It's Captain K-Rool, or K-Rool, however you want to pronounce it. Or say it. Not pronounce it, say it. Yeah, Donkey Kong Country 2 references in here as well. I think there's Donkey Kong Country 3 references in here as well. Like, this game has a lot of references to the Donkey Kong Country series. It's like with Jungle Japes, you got that stormy area in reference to Donkey Kong Country 1. Jungle Japes in general is a reference to Donkey Kong Country 1. Gloomy Galleon is mainly a reference to Donkey Kong Country 2. Some of these textures are a reference to Donkey Kong Country 2 or the Donkey Kong Country series. The Donkey Kong Country series is amazing. Speaking of, I really would like to get to Donkey Kong Country 2 at some point. Like, I know I did it with my brother, kind of, but I don't think that's ever going to get finished. Like, it's been years since I tried to do it with him, so I might just go off by myself. I'll keep those videos there because, yeah, they're kind of a fond memory of mine. Also, starfish with whips. And also oxygen tanks. You know, oxygen tanks. Because, you know, starfishes totally breathe oxygen and not H2O. Who knows what they're snorking on? I think their names are having to do with snorking. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I don't know the names of some of these enemies. I do know that the common reptiles we see are called critters. The beavers are called naughties. The bees are called zingers. And then there's the casplats. I mean, I know quite a bit of enemies, just not all enemies. I don't think the Donkey Kong 64 guide I had even named the enemies. I mean, this game kinda names the enemies. I mean, kind of. This treasure chest, like, this is the prime example of way bigger than it is on the outside. Like, just look how huge this treasure chest is. Also, these clams. Good gosh, these clams are scary. Are they not? Obviously, the objective in here is to steal their pearls that they hide within their mouths. And, oh no, we're trapped. We're obviously going to get digested, except not really, because these are the type... Fortunately, these are the type of clams that they don't hurt you by trapping you inside. Literally any other clam does. No, they just lack the ability to filter nutrients. Is that how clams work? Like, you don't lose damage or anything. You don't lose melons or anything. Like, no. Literally the only way these clams can hurt you is if their teeth touches you. Example. Yep. Only their teeth can hurt you, and only when they slam themselves shut. So let's swim down here and collect some gold doubloons, except we can't collect the actual we can't collect the actual gold, we can only collect the... What would you call the purple kind of... Amethyst. We can only collect the amethyst. These gold doubloons are very much like DKC2. They're like the title screen. You know. You know, that title screen. It has a bunch of gold doubloons. And other type of gold. Doesn't include gold and bananas. I haven't played Donkey Kong Country 2, actual Donkey Kong Country 2 in a while. Like, I've only really played the GBA versions. I've played the SNES versions, kind of. But where am I going? I meant to unguard here. I've said these like I said, these treasure chests respawn after you exit the level, which is why I said it's best to do this level in one go. And yeah, that did not happen. It really didn't. Oh well, it's not that much of a time waster. It's not a big deal. So yeah, anyone notice that Lanky Kong was the fastest swimmer? Well, Tiny Kong is the slowest swimmer. I don't mean fast or slow as in top speed, I mean like the rate which they stroke. Like, all Kongs have the same max speed, it's just that the rate they stroke gives them other speed. It's like, whenever you're not stroking, you're losing speed. When you stroke, you gain speed. It's that kind. So yeah, Tiny loses a lot of speed, but then gains it back. Whereas Lanky Kong almost never loses speed because he strokes so gosh dang fast. Now let's go in the submarine. And I guess we're going in the binoculars of the submarine? I guess that's the only way to get in the submarine because it's kind of buried. This submarine, I think, is a reference to Donkey Kong Country 3. Whereas in the end, there's like the Nautilus, or whatever it's called, that K. Rool drives. And it's kind of the main plot point in the GBA version specifically, because in the opening of the GBA version of Donkey Kong Country 3, you see the submarine, like, eating the Nintendo logo and the Rare logo, and then it eats the camera. And yeah, that game pretty much, well, that version tells you pretty much that that submarine's gonna take point at some point. That submarine is the all-true evil. Or at least the person driving it. Or who knows if there's a person driving it. Like, it can frickin' eat stuff. Maybe the submarine has sentience. Well, we better get away from the submarine then, because it can probably eat us. At least it's not At least it's not scary. At least, well, it could be scary if it wasn't like an enemy. How I have fond memories of Bubba from Mario 64. And by fond, I mean shitty memories. Gosh, Bubba. AKA Boss Bass in Mario 64 DS. I stay the hell away from him whenever I'm at Tiny Huge Island or playing a Mario Comic in general. I seriously do not like the death by eaten by fish. It's always the fish. Like, when it's a land creature, it's not as bad, but it can certainly get more gory. But I hate vor more than I do gore. So yeah, death by eaten by fish is definitely worse than death by being gnawed upon by a beast. Although if you hate gore more than vor, then get death by being eaten by a beast would be worse than getting eaten by a fish. Enough talk about that. This area right here, I've said I would do banana ferries with one Kong and one Kong only. Unfortunately, I technically could do it here, but here I'm going to set that aside. Besides, it would require Chunky Kong, who I don't want to do quite yet, for many, many reasons. This banana ferry right here. You can look at it all day. It will not grow green. You can swim right up to the bars. and basically have the best possible view. That ferry's just not wanting to cooperate. This is an emulator problem, at least for me, on console and virtual console. It does know if it's hiding behind the bars. It does pay attention. Here, that's not the case, on emulator, using Glide. At least in my case. And just so as a refresher, I'm using 2.3.2.3 Project 64, and I'm using... You saw the Glide plugin at the beginning. Refer to part 1 for it. So how do I get that ferry? Like this. I said like this. Alright, we're in the room that the ferry's in. Can I take a picture of her? Sort of. See, now it grows green. This is like the cheap way to get the ferry, really. Like, no matter what I did, even if she's clearly in the picture, regardless if that thing is green or not, it just will not take the snapshot. And that's how you get out. And fuck with the camera, apparently. Jeez, I hate that ferry. Like, that ferry is like the second worst ferry in the game, actually. Like, it's not... If it was not behind the bars, then it wouldn't be so bad. But it's hiding behind the bars, therefore it is bad. I should have everything. But oh wait, one more banana to go. And that reminds me, I can't believe last time I forgot one golden banana. I even uploaded the video too and didn't point it out at all. It wasn't until I was practicing the file that I realized I forgot something. I hope you don't mind me editing the video and then re-uploading it, because I don't want to post it here. I kinda don't. So if you see me re-upload the last part, and then immediately this part, that's why. The golden banana, by the way, was the one in the treasure chest. In case you somehow didn't watch it. Now that we have the pearls, we can go to this mermaid and receive a golden banana as a reward. This mermaid, I've heard that she has the same model as the banana fairy, but I can't see that. Also, very obvious boobs, because rare. Any woman that has boobs showing must have them showing as much as possible, without it being too inappropriate. Alright, we've done Tiny Kong, the slowest swimmer, after doing Lanky Kong, the fastest swimmer. Next time on Donkey Kong 64, we're going to do Donkey Kong, the middle swimmer. And the one that's going to pretty much open up the rest of the Gloomy Galleon for us. Because I cannot do everything as Diddy Kong or Chunky Kong without doing Donkey Kong first. Also, please ignore the number of golden bananas I have. Or not ignore the number, ignore the joke. Every number is valuable, equal value, and should not have jokes associated with it. 69 is just as valuable as 1, 100, 20, 50, 27, 84, 4, 17, and every number ever. But no number will ever be as valuable as number himself. Who is number? Find out in like 2 years. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.